Musings podcast. My name is Becca.
And my name is Aman, and this is where all our thoughts go to die.
So have fun.
Please do. Welcome back, everybody.
We're back and live.
We are live.
You can see us in the flesh.
Hello. This is how we look like. Are you disappointed?
I mean, I hope not.
I hope not. That'd be heartbreaking.
That's really rude.
That would be rude. For those of you who are watching the video on YouTube, this makes perfect sense. For those of you who are listening to the podcast, this makes no sense.
Oh, yeah. But if you are listening to it on Spotify or Apple or any one of the random places I sent our podcast to, you should check out our YouTube video channel.
You really should. Because, wow, this content is something else. On this $100 webcam, we're trying our best.
It's a webcam.
It is.
And it keeps going in and out of focus.
But we're learning, you know? What are we going to do?
We turned into tech support.
We really did.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Ash for helping us with everything.
Big time help.
We've been late because we've been trying to perfect the content as much as we can. We know it's not perfect, but we're really trying to make it into something that's worth sharing.
Yeah. You know what? This is like the origin story of every big time CEO.
Absolutely.
You got Steve Jobs. You got Mr. Gates.
Why does Bill doesn't you're not on first name basis with Mr. Gates?
I don't know him like that.
No.
But Steve, we're cool. Actually, I think he's dead, isn't he?
Steve is dead.
I don't know. You know, they have their garage. We have the corner of my bedroom.
Which is already an upgrade.
It's a huge upgrade. I mean, to be fair, everybody that talks about, I started from my garage, they probably have like $1 million home and their garage is the size of a castle.
Honestly, and it's probably insulated.
It's probably insulated with AC and heating.
It has an AC unit. I eat the rich.
That's everything. I mean, well, you know what? We got 2 ring lights.
We do.
And a webcam.
And 2 mics.
And 2 mics.
What else do a couple of girls need, huh?
Yeah, we're pretty much set. So if you ever have any questions about tech support, we're your gals.
We're not. Please go ask Ash. He's the one that helped us. But we're trying our best, and we really hope that this new season will bring in some new viewers. Mm-hmm. You know, you guys will be more interactive, I reckon.
Yeah, super interactive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're here. We don't sleep. We're here for you. We're here for you.
I'm gonna quit my day job. Just don't tell them.
I'm gonna get a day job and then quit it so that I can be here for you, the audience.
Naturally.
So this was supposed to be a spooky special.
Spooky.
But due to the technical difficulties that we've been facing and our attempts to correct our, the sound and the webcam quality and all that, we are late.
Truly technical difficulties.
Many technical difficulties. But we're here. And even though Halloween is over, the spooky season continues.
Oh, ghosts don't rest.
No, they don't.
They
don't
still
sleep.
Yeah, it's not like Halloween night is like the one day that they like open up.
I thought that was the whole point. Wasn't it? Devil's Night?
I mean, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, people have sightings all the time.
Yeah, it's like, why not?
Absolutely.
Christmas time?
I think ghosts should be an all-round, year-round thing. Unpopular opinion.
I mean, here's the thing. It's not a thing.
Thank you. And now on to you, Bob. How's the weather like?
We transition slides.
We do need transition slides. Mm-hmm. So, in the spooky spirit, Edad and I have each chosen a particular
scary thing.
A scary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a scary creature.
So.
Yeah. I chose one, and Dad chose one. Mm-hmm. And we're here to share because we care.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
And scaring.
Yeah. So, let's begin, shall we?
Okay.
Let's jump into the spooks.
Let's see. What is yours?
Thank you for asking, as if you don't know. We've been talking about it for 4 days. But I'm here to talk about the illustrious, the sensual, the ever-giving ghoul.
The ghoul.
In Arabic, El Ghul. Whoa, spooky.
Ghoul.
It's also used as an insult. It's funny because it's used in Arabic as an insult. We shouldn't move. It really gets out of focus. Sorry.
Don't breathe.
No, I'm just gonna.
Hello.
So the ghul is a creature that's been around pre-Islamic times.
Whoa.
It's a very ancient entity.
Nice.
In Middle Eastern and North African tradition and folklore.
Whoa.
Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Not real, but we can pretend because it's spooky season. You know?
It's spooky. It's still season.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in November.
November's very spooky. Do you know how cold it is in Canada?
Carry on.
Anyways, so we're going to talk. I'll talk about the ghoul. We'll talk a little bit about, what they are.
Yeah.
More about their in historical context.
Sure.
And then finally, we'll end it off with something spooky.
I thought this whole thing was spooky.
Yeah, right. Everything's spooky.
I thought, oh no, yours is sensual.
Mine is sensual, illustrious. But do tell us about your creature, David.
So my creature is called the Wendigo. And, shout out to First Nations for this folklore.
Yeah.
Because it's their story and their monster.
Mm-hmm.
The Wendigo is like this, 15-foot tall man. Actually, he's not a man, but he kind of looks like a man.
Are they supposed to be tall?
They're super tall, and they're skeleton-like.
Yikes.
Because so here's what a Wendigo is. A Wendigo is an entity that cannibalizes. And the thinness of the monster is supposed to represent the everlasting starvation that it goes through. So no matter how much it eats, it'll constantly be starving and craving, and it's insatiable.
Ooh, that's good.
So its skin is tightly pulled over its bones.
Yikes.
It has glowing yellow eyes. It's a very tall man. It's a tall skeleton man. Get away, skeleton man.
Adela keeps thinking, every time she talks about the Wendigo, she keeps thinking about Gabe from The Office.
Gaby.
Which I'm guessing that's how it would look like.
It's Gabe.
Gabe is a Wendigo.
Yeah. So they're horrifying creatures. They come out in the night. Oh, also, they are, what's it called? A specialty of Canada.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks.
Spottings all over Canada.
Really?
Sorry, not all over. Not in Ontario. Ontario's pretty Americanized.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
We don't have anything, scary like that. But I think they're more like Alberta, BC.
Okay, the only thing is scary in Ontario is inflation, am I right?
Tax! Tax!
But that's interesting because we have a very strange theme going on today.
Tax?
No.
Okay.
That too, though. Cannibalism. Ghouls are also supposed to be sort of the original zombie.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? Every time I think about zombie, I just think about the Zombie Plants game.
I never played it.
Really? That's exactly how I imagine a ghoul to look like.
What, like greenish and like... Arr.
Yeah. And then you plant your plants and then tend to it.
What does the ghoul do in the game?
He's just a gardener.
How kind!
Very cute.
A very skilled worker.
Yeah.
Lovely.
He works with the again.
I guess okay. Mm-hmm. That's a lovely image. The one I have in mind is like the ghoul is supposed to be more humanoid.
Oh.
In some tales, they're, they walk on all fours.
Ew.
And they're kind of zombie-ish. On others.
Ew, they look like, what's her name? Emily Rose?
From the Haunting of Exorcism of
Emily Rose?
Yeah, I guess that.
Ew, they're crawling up the wall.
No, not crawling. Well, they're in the desert, so they're crawling by the desert.
That's actually terrifying.
That is terrifying.
I don't like. First of all, the sand is slow, so they're just slowly crawling.
I'm imagining me running in place, and the ghoul being like, and me being like, no. Yeah.
Ew.
And they're supposed to. That's how they are in some versions. In other versions, they can take on the shape of a human. Or an animal. So an animal would be like a hyena.
Oh.
And they say that's why Arabs are really scared of hyenas, because I guess there must be some history to that.
Sure.
That they would take, like the hyena is actually a form of a ghoul.
Oh my goodness.
But then another one, why I said sensual, for those of you who are listening, is apparently in some tales, the ghoul would
seduces.
Yes!
Oh!
They would take the shape of a woman, and they'd be like, yoo-hoo! Gentlemen! And then the stupid man of the town would be like, oh, there's a woman in the desert, nothing suspicious here. And they'd go to her, and then she would eat them.
So they're the sirens of the desert?
Exactly. But I'm sure it doesn't have the same pizzazz. Because if you're just in the desert going, yoo-hoo!
What's your abaya?
The abaya is flying, her hijab flies off, and she's like, oh, Mustafa, would you please? And
don't look! Oh no, this is turning into...
It's disgusting. But apparently, the ghouls can be very sensual. But most of the time, they're not. Most of the time, they've been depicted as, horrendous, disgusting monsters.
Sure.
And what's been interesting about the ghoul is that the original stories that were, written in the Middle East have been kind of bastardized and changed according to the Western translation.
Whoa.
Which took away a lot of the original things that the Middle Easterns thought about the ghoul. And for Middle Easterns, it was like I'm so sorry about this. It was basically an Arab man because they were hairy, like weirdly disproportioned little men.
Ew.
Going about, the desert, haunting people, eating them and whatnot. So, and they were very specifically hairy. But then when it was translated to English, they were like, your typical, like, hairless, disgusting kind of
creatures. Unfair. They're depicted as hairy. No, come back. They're depicted as hairy everywhere except their head.
Yeah, that is gross.
That's cruel.
I mean, I'm not trying to shade anybody, but that does sound like Arab men.
That's not a way to live.
It's not. But
Turkey does cheap hair transplants, by the way.
Yes, please go to Turkey, get your hair plugs in. You heard it here first.
Get it while you're young, because the older you get, the less plugs you get.
Yeah, so you have 3 hairs at the front and nothing at the back. Yeah. It's just Stewie Griffin.
It's like a proper U-turn.
Yes, exactly. So that's the introduction to our creatures.
Yes.
We'll be back after this funky break to let you know more.
Should we have like a break outro or something?
I mean, I'm sure we'll plug something in.
Okay.
Here it is.
Bye.
Hey, where do you think you're going, huh? Do you think you're better than us? Do you think you're better than us? You think you don't need us? We need you. Please come back. Come back. We miss you.
And we're back.
Are we back?
We're back.
Wait.
We're back, guys.
Wait, no, I didn't have my mic.
Oh, okay. And we're back.
We're back.
Did you miss us?
Hardly.
I mean, for you guys, it's a simple snap of the fingers, but for us...
it's bathroom break.
Eons.
Okay, so we're back now.
Crazy times.
Spooky stories. All right, should I start?
Please.
Okay.
Still the show.
So, thank you. So, I had to acknowledge you there.
Yes.
So, while looking into the ghoul, I found a lot of inconsistencies, first of all, which is not unique in the case of translation.
Okay.
So, originally,
Uh-huh.
in the, like the Arabian Nights series?
Yes.
Like 1001 Nights?
The ghoul made a presence?
Absolutely. That's where it was first seen.
Okay.
In literature. Apparently, Sindbad, or how do they say it in English? Sinbad?
Sinbad.
Sinbad. Sinbad. That's kind of redundant.
You sin and it's bad.
So apparently, him and his squad were in the desert.
Wasn't it just a monkey?
No, that's in the book series. He had a whole thing.
Oh, he had like an uncle with him.
What? Explain yourself.
Yeah, come back. That show actually used to scare me as a child?
It's horrific.
There was a scene where Sinbad was getting crucified.
Oh my god.
So basically they put him on a T, and I hope I don't, is that fine to say?
Of course.
Yeah, they put him on a big T, and then they let the crows, or the vultures feed on him.
Oh my god, crucifixions were really popular back then.
Yeah.
It was all the rage, I guess. Horrific. What a horrific way to go.
Fun times.
Thank you for that.
Sorry, continue your story.
Thank you. It's me being a dirty look. So apparently, his men were kidnapped by ghouls.
Oh my god.
Because they're very alluring, They're like, remember? Yoo-hoo! Yeah. And they would, piss off and see what woman is in danger.
Are these men ghouls or woman ghouls?
They're men ghouls. Even though there are some talks of, later on, of women ghouls.
Oh, fun.
We made an appearance.
Sure.
Thank you for inclusion of women. But apparently, they kidnapped Sinbad's men, and they fattened them up with coconut oil.
Just coconut oil?
Yeah.
They were drinking?
Absolutely.
They were ahead of their time.
Absolutely.
They must have used it on their hair.
Yes, don't put it on your skin.
Gonna clog that shit.
Clog your pores. Yeah. But apparently so this is where it gets tricky. Is that in that tale, the ghouls very specifically eat, like, fresh meat, if you will. Like, they cannibalize fresh meat,
Okay.
But for some reason, over time, as text was translated into English, ghouls were made to be like creatures that dwell in cemeteries and feed on the dead.
Oh, okay.
But that's not what they originally were in the original like Arab text.
Oh.
They were originally just, ghouls, but they fed on, they were very particular about what they ate.
Are they like ex-humans or something?
Ex-humans. Imagine. I'm an ex-human. Instead of an ex-man, I'm an ex-human. Actually, there's also a lot of questions in regards to that. Some of it is like, well, if you cannibalize, you become a ghoul.
Wow.
And that was kind of a way to, because obviously cannibalism is seen as such a horrific sin, right? So it was a way to make sense of that horrific act, is to say, well,
they just breed each other.
Exactly. That's how they come about.
There's no Papa and Mama ghoul.
There's no, the Smurfs don't exist in this universe.
Imagine the Smurfs are just actually ghouls.
How horrific.
Actually, it showcases in the Middle East all the time.
What, Smurfs?
Yeah, Snefid.
Oh, Snefid is very popular.
So maybe there's a link between the Snefid and the ghouls.
We should look into this. Maybe I'll write a paper about this. My doctorate's on this. But they basically like wrote them as they were like, they dwell in cemeteries and they eat the dead. But
they're like more like the Walking Dead zombies.
No, I'm gonna get to that.
Oh.
So that's what's interesting, is that the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
In the original Walking Dead, we're talking what, early 60s? I might be wrong, early 70s.
Okay.
In the movie, they call them ghouls.
Oh, no way.
So they're referenced to as ghouls. So that's why I say like ghouls were the original zombies, is that they eat live flesh. They're not interested in eating the dead.
Yummy.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I only medium rare.
I imagine.
It's just rare. It's just rare.
It's always rare.
Yeah, it's always rare. So apparently it was like changed up in translation, which is very rude.
Yeah, how dare they?
Yeah, it feels a little bit, might I say, racist.
It's definitely.
Yeah, because it shows us as like more barbaric. Our creatures are so barbaric. They like dwell in cemeteries and they eat the dead.
I was not thinking of it like that. I was thinking it was racist towards the ghouls.
Why?
They're a different race.
Are they Arab? I don't know.
No, I meant like they're their own race.
They are.
And we just discriminate.
Absolutely. End discrimination against ghouls today.
2021.
Please sign this petition. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I have more to share, but please, before I do, I would love for you to tell us more about your Wendigo.
I'm falling asleep.
About Gaby. Don't you dare.
Guys, it's, what time is it? Let's see.
It is 12:37 a.m.
12:38 a.m. And it's been a long day. But I will still be here to tell you more about the Wendigo.
Okay.
Okay, so where do I begin? Where do I begin?
Tell us more about what
back
they
in
do.
the 1800s. Oh, okay. So the Wendigos, they are an entity that cannibalizes, and they say that the Wendigo was born from a human cannibalizing. So again, we have the same theme of cannibalization. Funny enough, I did watch the Green Inferno the other day. What is that, 2014? Based off of the other movie before that. Also about cannibalization. Yeah, it's horrific, and there are still tribes to this day that cannibalize. It's just so mean.
That's the biggest understatement of the year. Don't cannibalize. It is just mean.
Why would you do that? Why would you? Here's what I don't understand about. Okay, so the thing with Green Inferno, this has nothing to do with what I was going to say, but this is what I was going to say with the Green Inferno. They don't cannibalize each other.
Yeah.
Only outsiders.
Of course.
Why?
Have you ever watched the Cannibal Holocaust?
That's exactly what the thing was based off of.
Yeah. The Cannibal Holocaust was also horrific. Don't watch it. It's not a nice watch. But again, that's the idea of like. That's kind of also some racist themes here. Is like the others, the tribes are barbaric. It's kind of like this is how a lot of time the Western viewpoint views these stories.
When it actually exists in parts of the world.
It does, but very few.
Yeah, but it's there.
It's
I
true.
don't think they were claiming every tribe was a cannibal.
That's true.
But there was like, have you guys seen that one, I don't know if it was like BBC or whatever, but that basically this journalist, a reporter, he goes to an island and he actually sits down with a bunch of cannibals and they give him like a skull crown or something, teeth crown or something like that. Yeah, so there's definitely
some talks of it,
some acts of it, but the thing with Green Inferno is that they cannibalized others, not within themselves. And I'm like, if you're gonna stick to a principle, apply it everywhere. I just like consistency.
Eat your family first.
I mean, they're there.
Your family.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, how many humans are actually coming? You know what? This isn't even what the
I was gonna be like, where does the Wendigo stick? So what does the Wendigo have to do with any of this?
So the Wendigo, it's basically, it's born when a human cannibalizes another, and basically it's also tied to Wendigo psychosis. So there's actually a whole mental illness based off of that. There's also symbolism based off of the Wendigo. So the Wendigo essentially represents greed or excess. So gluttony, exactly. And this is applied to the psychosis when you have like feelings of, you might want to eat your friend, but then also it's this feeling of like you just crave more and more in an evil nature, not like, you're
like
just
in a violent nature.
Exactly. So it's mental illness, and
mental illness, love.
Yes, and it's culture bound. So this was specifically found in native culture, native or indigenous.
It works both ways.
Yeah, and I think that was it for the psychosis part.
Are you okay? Are you in a trance? Are you a Wendigo?
Don't scare me.
Sorry.
Where was I?
Well, tell us some spooky tales of the Wendigo, you fool.
Yes. This is why I'm here.
Yes.
I want to go to sleep. Okay, so imagine yourself. Okay, because there's no actual tales because it's not true.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
just something that happens. Nobody lived to tell the tale. So I'm gonna give you guys a scenario, and it's an interactive thing. Okay, so y'all picture yourself in this.
Okay. Should I picture myself?
Yeah. So there's little man and I walking through the forest.
Am I wearing my beret or no?
Yes, it's cold.
Okay. Are you wearing your hijab or no?
Of course. My face stays on no matter what.
Absolutely. In the shower.
And areas of cannibalism too. So we're walking down the forest, right?
Sounds good.
Things get a little bit chilly. We find a nice little cabin. Yeah. Ooh, I see like a fire up ahead.
Lovely.
Yeah.
We're cold.
There's a light. There's a fire. We enter like Goldilocks. We are Goldilocks.
Well, you have a hijab out and I have my beret.
Exactly.
Okay.
We enter the house. There's nobody there. We go in and we make ourselves welcome.
What?
We make ourselves welcome.
Is that? I thought you said. Isn't it? You make yourself at home.
It's the same thing.
Okay, sorry. Moving that.
Don't do it.
Okay.
So we enter the home.
I'm in the home.
It's very cozy and it's very chilly out there.
Oh.
So we close the door and we fall asleep for the night. We wake up. This is awful. We wake up. There's an avalanche.
Oh my god.
We're snowed in.
Oh god.
How do we get out?
Is this a romantic movie? No, we're horrified.
We're horrified. So we're locked in. It's an avalanche out there, and we have no communication because our phones are dead. Okay? Yeah, so we have no way to tell anybody we're here. We are going on a couple days now, getting a little hangry.
I am.
Yeah. The human body can last a month without food, but 3 days without water. I had to Google that. Because last time I said they could go a month without water.
And I was like, that doesn't sound right.
It ain't happening.
Okay.
So, we're getting a little hangry, we're getting a little cranky. You can imagine, when you go with your friends, and it's been a long day, you tend to snap at each other.
Yeah, I hate you.
I never liked you.
I'm tired of drinking my own pee. Get me out of here.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. So, a couple more days go by. I'm getting famished.
Oh my god. What about me?
You are also hungry, but I am the stronger female here.
What kind of garbage? I hate this scenario.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, so
it's my scenario, so it's all about me.
Okay. I'm just dying in the corner.
So Aman's, she's weak.
I'm frail.
She's frail. She's no energy. She's just laying there. And I'm salivating.
Yikes. That sounds like bad news for me.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, it's been so long. You know what's funny? Before, I said that the human can go a whole month without eating.
And you said 5 days go by and you're like, no more of this. Give me your arm. Fine, let's say it's been a month. It's been 3 weeks. What about a healthy 3 weeks? A healthy 3 weeks. I'm dying.
I didn't want to do this to you.
Oh my god.
But I had to. So, I start the fire.
We're business partners.
It's too late. Okay. It's happening. So, I start the fireplace. A man is knocked out. She's like half asleep.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
Have you told my mother I love her?
And I'm like, yeah, no worries. While I'm sharpening my knife. Okay. Eventually, you're like passed out at this point because you're malnourished.
Absolutely.
So I put you over the stove, the fireplace. Sorry, because I need to fit your body in there. So
with or without beret?
At this point, with beret.
Oh my god! You're adding garnish? Horrendous. Fine.
This is our French seasoning. So then, I'm cooking you, but I still like a little bit of raw flesh. I can't wait for you to be fully cooked, so I take a bite.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What are you biting into?
Let's say an arm.
Okay.
Or a shoulder. What has the most meat?
I'm thinking thigh or buttocks. Buttocks.
I don't want to go near there.
Rude. So arm it is.
So I take a bite.
Okay.
I'm like,
Delicioso.
Fantastic.
Great.
This will saturate me for a day.
Okay. What's going on with me now?
You're still alive.
Damn, I want to be alive. Okay.
Yeah, but it's
But I'm looking rough.
You're taking one for the team.
Who's the team? There's only 2 of us. I'm just dying now. Okay.
Okay, so then basically a week goes by. I've finished a man, and she's literally just bones.
I'm just a skeleton.
You know what's funny? But the Green Inferno.
Damn it! This damn movie. What?
One human feeds a village.
Wow! And you ate me within a week? You're gluttonous. Okay, so I'm dead now.
So
right?
she's dead,
Goodbye.
and I'm just here. Like I'm content. Because I'm well fed, but I'm also depressed. I ate my friend. Anyways.
I'm so sorry for your feelings. Oh god.
Eventually, I become possessed.
Oh my god.
By the spirit of the Wendigo.
Oh lord.
He heard that I ate my friend.
Yeah, he did.
So he took over me. And then I eventually grow 15 feet tall.
And you become gay.
And I become Gaby.
You have yellow eyes and everything?
Everything. But then I still have my distinct features, so my hijab is still on.
I'm so glad we kept our accessories throughout this whole thing. That's horrific.
Yeah, so you think that doesn't happen?
Yeah.
It does.
Excuse you?
But not to this مش هالدرجة,
Not to this extent.
Exactly. Basically, this happened to an Albertan
man, that sounds right.
Albertan man.
Alberta is a province in Canada.
Yes, he was also indigenous. Not that I was, but he is indigenous. Was indigenous. I don't know what happened to him. So basically, he got locked into a cabin with his family, wife and kids, and starvation does things to people. He ate all of them, and basically he blamed it on the Wendigo, Wendigo psychosis. The village did not care. So when they finally found him and they realized that he ate his family, they hung him. And then later down the line, Wendigo psychosis came about, and so on and so forth.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's a very interesting origin story.
Yeah.
How horrific.
It's not great.
Oh, mine sounds so stupid now.
No. But here's the thing. If you guys want to get an actual depiction of the Wendigo, y'all should watch Until Dawn.
Oh, wow.
Or, I mean, it's not a movie. It's actually a game. But they do playthroughs, and that's really fun to watch for me. And Until Dawn is basically it's basically like a horror game about a group of friends. They end up in a cabin, and the Wendigo makes an appearance.
Does the Wendigo look like it's how you described it?
Yes, exactly.
Disgusting.
It's awful.
So it's only in Canada? Is that what you're telling me?
They're only in Canada.
Let's flee. Let's flee this country.
Oh, I've been wanting to go to Greece.
completely unrelated. I would love to go to Greece.
So pretty in Greece.
My friend Amy is still in Greece right now, and her photos are so beautiful. Amy, shout out to you.
I'm so jealous.
Me too. We should go.
Okay.
I wish I had money.
Maybe if the podcast took off.
Please. But this is very interesting. So it seems like that, oddly, we didn't plan for this, but oddly the theme of this episode
is cannibals.
It's cannibals, yeah. I mean, it is horrific, man.
Yeah. It's like one of the worst crimes you can do.
Absolutely. And it's very, like, inhumane.
Yeah. It's crossing many boundaries.
It's an abomination. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that the ghoul, or ghoul, has been depicted in so many different cultures.
Okay.
And in so many different ways that apparently there's like a Netflix show called Ghoul where it's like placed in India.
Oh, no way?
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm sure you do if you're Batman fans. If you watch The Dark Knight, Liam Neeson played Ra's al Ghul, which translates to the head of the ghoul. Razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
And he plays, this is a horrendous character called Ra's al Ghul, who, the whole idea of Ra's al Ghul is that he's kind of like a genocidal murderer. So it's depicted in a strange way. He's not like a creature. He is a man, but he has these ideas of like being so anti-human.
Interesting.
And Liam Neeson depicts him, and I had some horrific things about Liam Neeson the other day.
I was so shocked.
Look up Liam Neeson peeing his pants.
I can't believe that's a thing.
Yeah.
But then also, like, hold on.
You think it might be a condition?
What if he's ill?
I think it might just be excessive drinking. this makes no sense, people.
I mean, he's only getting older.
But these pictures were taken like 10 years ago. How many times do you pee your pants in public?
Maybe he has bladder failure.
Oh, that's true. Damn, I'll be damned.
I mean, we don't know him like that.
Yeah, UTI is no joke.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. But what's so interesting is about all these creatures is that every time you watch something and you see a particular creature, it usually has origins in something or another.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important that we actually look into the history of those creatures because it tells something about the culture, the people. Yeah,
there's actually a Netflix series on Jinn.
Ah, is it the terrible Jordanian one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my fellow Jordanians, but that show was awful.
I wish they would just leave the spiritual world out of this.
Yeah, please. Play the part of this.
I don't want it in my home.
Don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But, these are it's fun to definitely look into some of these, and even when you look at like Southeast Asia, even in Eastern Asia, in North Africa, in East Africa, in every culture you find really cool creatures. So, go out and do some researching, y'all.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, am I right or am I right?
Yeah, I think we should go on another break.
I thought we were all done.
We can conclude.
We'll come back and conclude.
We'll be back.
Hey friend, get yourself a nice snack, why don't you?
We're so excited to have you back. How's your day?
How was it? Did you eat?
Are you sleeping well?
I hope you're sleeping well.
I hope your family's doing okay.
We've missed you.
Please join us on our return.
Welcome.
We're back.
We're back for a third time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been a long time.
I've been waiting for this moment. I'm so sorry. I've been waiting to end this since we started.
I want to go home.
It's 1 a.m.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
How does that sound, guys?
Don't be disgusting to our viewers.
Sorry. I thought it'd be F-U-N.
We're going to scare away the few that we have.
Please don't leave.
So, in conclusion, Aman, what did you learn from today? You know how, like, in every episode on TV, for the longest time, was just, there would be a whole episode, and then at the end, there'd be, like, a moral of the story.
Yeah. What's the moral of the story? Don't eat your friends.
It's rude.
Yeah, it's very rude. Rahat said it first. It's mean. Don't cannibalize. It's mean.
Unpopular opinion.
Also, you can go to jail. It's illegal.
And get hanged.
Yikes. In conclusion, cannibalism, oddly, is something that is so ancient.
Yes.
Yet so
prevalent.
I was gonna say
it's an epidemic.
I was gonna say prevalent in today's society. We do be living in a society, y'all.
We live in a society.
And I remember the last thing I read about cannibalism was that story. Do you remember the German fella? They like met online, and he specifically put like an ad like on Craigslist, basically being like, "If anybody's interested, I want to eat them." And
people applied?
Yeah, a fellow went over there.
Okay.
Yeah, he
ate him?
Absolutely.
Does that count as a crime?
Yeah, he was jailed.
But it's consensual.
So this is what's interesting, is that it doesn't matter. Because, for example, if you aid in somebody's suicide,
yes,
you would still be considered like kind of a murderer.
But that now I think policy has changed.
Has it?
Yeah, in certain areas in Canada, I think, or in the States, either one. So if it happened in one of those areas, would he have gotten away with it?
No, I read about him the other day, and he did go to jail. Apparently, the guy bled to death. You know what I mean? Like, it took him a while.
Oh.
And then, what happened is that he actually overcooked the meat, and he didn't enjoy it, and he fed it to the dogs.
Oh, what a
which
waste!
Is disgusting.
Oh, and yeah, then, disgusting.
Okay. And then he's in jail now, and funny enough, he's now a vegetarian because he doesn't believe in eating meat without the creature's consent. Damn, if he didn't learn the biggest lesson of all, he couldn't have taken a harder route to get to that conclusion.
One step backwards, 30 steps forward.
And all kinds of messy.
Oh my god.
But it's disgusting.
I'm still processing the fact that this was a consensual relationship.
Absolutely.
And they jailed him.
Yeah.
Like, how is it the government's business what you choose to do with your free time?
Well, the idea is that I don't think that man who consented to it was particularly in a healthy mindset.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he was like, you know what? It's a good Tuesday.
Remember Florida Man? Actually, there's many Florida men.
Where do we start?
But the one that ate the guy's face because he was on, meth?
He was on methamphetamines, I believe. God, that was rough.
He ate his face.
Yeah, man.
Took a bite.
Yeah, that was rough. God, this is getting really sad.
Yeah.
Before we get more depressing, before we leave, you guys, we just want to make sure to remind you, please follow us on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube under Expired Musings. We are trying to post more often, and we will.
Yes.
Now that we're back in the groove of things.
Absolutely. But don't be surprised if you don't hear from us in a week.
Don't say that.
I'm just giving them a heads up.
Listen, we have lives. Kind of.
We do.
We do.
I don't know how people do this full time.
You need it. Yeah, it's definitely tough.
Yeah.
But we'll get used to it. I'm sure we'll be able to juggle it.
Exactly.
But
Exactamundo.
Until
like
then,
Brad Mondo.
Can I have a good conclusion?
Sorry, continue.
Until then.
Ta-ta.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
You should say au revoir.
No.
You're in your French hat.
Fine. Au revoir.
You're an imbecile.
Au revoir.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.